Hello and welcome to Kakandi Drugs Pharmacy. We supply a wide range of medicine, supplements, over-the-counter medication, prescription medication, and medical equipment. Visit us today at Kakandi Road, Felicity, Chaguanas, or contact us at 345-6148. Call Ceiling Experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today.
Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express. We now get some new stocks here. Fresh off the truck. Look at it. PVC pipe galore. Come down and check us, man. Lowest prices in Trinidad. We located at Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity, Chaguanas. Yes, Trinidad, your favorite Hardware Island Express. So we have a massive sale going on the toilet sets and the face basins. You're getting the toilet set for $5.95 and you're getting the face basin for $2.99. Right, we just got a shipment today, so come on down to Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity, Chaguanas.
Okay, my friends, pleasant good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Those of you who are locked on, those of you who are watching via YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. And again, my friends, we are live on Facebook. So those of you who are watching our program, we ask you kindly to share this video so that others may be able to benefit from our program today. Welcome to Hard Facts, a program that is designed and geared to bring relief in the minds of many of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago who are suffering from the atrocities that is being perpetrated by the government of the day while the opposition looks on. My friends, those of you who are locked on again, if you have a problem, you have a situation and you would like to air that on our channel, this program is on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. You can call us at 740-3347. That is the number that you can reach us, or simply dial our number and we can carry on a conversation with you when it comes to relevant issues that is affecting you. We are talking about your bread and butter issue that is affecting you, your family, your safety, and your peace of mind. Okay, so my friends, again, I want to take this opportunity to welcome all our loyal viewers, our loyal listeners who are on Facebook. Again, you can drop us a line, tell us, you know, what is going on in your neck of the woods so that we can highlight it. But today, my friends, we have a bumper program. The weather outside is a bit inclement, as you can see. Those of you who are traversing the pathways, especially on the highways and the byways, be very mindful, be very careful of your surrounding. And again, my friends, those of you who would like to reach us, the number to call me is 740-3347. That's the number that you can reach us on our program, Hard Facts. This number here, this number that you are calling, it is not the number that you can reach us. Call us at 740-3347. Prim?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Imam. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, and a pleasant good afternoon to our viewers locked on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. We are live here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from approximately 1 p.m. And my friends, today's program is really a very, very provocative program, shall I say, Imam?
Yeah, provocative is correct word.
Yes. I have 9 items on my list. The Imam has about 7 I see there that is to be discussed here today. And Imam, I would like to begin our program by using a quotation.
Yes, go ahead.
And the quotation goes like this: violence is the language of the inarticulate.
Yeah.
And corruption is the alphabet of those who have no morals. Now we're dealing with 2 aspects here.
Yeah.
Violence against the citizens of the country,
Yeah.
and corruption of those who have no morals whatsoever. Okay? So Imam, you want to take up that?
Yeah, exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So basically what you are pointing fingers at, my friends, is the criminal elements in our society.
And those in government.
And those in government.
Simple.
Political persons who are aspiring, but again, my friends, they have
Both
no
sides
morality.
both sides of the fence.
Yes, and the morality is lacking when it comes to representation. That's the problem. Because I tell you something, myself and Prem, we have been dissecting, we have been visiting different areas. We are not only here. I go to the different areas when there is religious functions. I go to the areas where there is social gatherings. And you know what we do? We sit down and we listen and we analyze what is really taking place in this country, Trinidad and Tobago. Because sometimes it tells me and Prem that, you know, everything is good in this country. Because nobody is doing anything, nobody is saying anything, nobody is protesting. And if you and I understand in the national scenario, in the international scenario of the world, you're going to realize when we look at the Palestine issue, if people do not ramp it up, they do not heat it up, and they do not really and truly allow this matter to be aired on the national media houses in the world, what is going to happen? It is going to go dormant again, and people are taking advantage of each other because people are not willing to come and step forward, especially when we have been asking, when it comes to our country, Trinidad and Tobago, and when we look at the issues, people cannot buy food in this country, Prem.
Correct.
People,
Yes.
I tell you something, Diwali was last week, Diwali was last week, and I tell you something, there are many persons who I know for a fact. I am living in a Hindu community. That is Felicity. It is a community that is not like any other communities in Trinidad and Tobago. We are culturally motivated by the elements of our society, and we are living in peace and in harmony with each other. We're not going to allow that to be eroded by some person who come in here and feel that my religion is better than and his religion,
Yes.
and his religion is better than mine. You worship what you want to worship. I will worship what I want to worship. Bottom line is, when we stand before God on the day of judgment, God Almighty is going to give us our rightful dues. All right? So said, so done. My friends, again, Trinidad and Tobago is suffering. Trinidad and Tobago is bleeding. Trinidad and Tobago needs help. And where that help is coming from, I tell you something, we are still looking for those elements of surprise when it comes to leadership in our country. We have been watching on and on and on and on with anticipated breath, right? A bated breath frame. You have been seeing on Facebook, people are calling on the political leader of the United National Congress to what? To step aside. That is one aspect of it. But the real issue here is our government, Trinidad and Tobago government, is run by the Honorable Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. And nobody's calling for his head, but they are calling on Kamla Persad-Bissessar to really relinquish her position. For what reason? We need to join together. We need to really and truly fortify ourselves together. And then after, when we cross this obstacle, the obstacle of governance, then we're going to tackle the responsibility of
the
opposition. But we are doing it, you know how? Tipsy-turvy. We are doing it wrong side. And I want to tell you also, Mick, I've been looking on, let us look at that video, Prem.
Yes.
Let's go directly to that video. Let us see that video.
Director, bring on that video.
Persad as political leader, because everybody knows if there is a push and a thrust inside the UNC now to be able to remove Kamla Persad-Bissessar as political leader, because everybody knows if Kamla remains there as political leader, the PNM wins in 2025. Everybody knows that.
For those of you who are locked on, we are giving you the opportunity to call our number 740-3347. Call that number and tell us maybe that individual statement is correct or false, because I tell us something, there is some truth in it. Right? I'm sure that there is some truth in it. And
we raised that months ago in this program, man.
No, but I tell you something, when we as individuals like us, when we are from the cathedral, we from the cathedral of the United National Congress, we are from the party of the United National Congress.
The bowels of the UNC.
And when we raise issues like that, it go unabated simply because people feel that nobody is listening to us. That individual, I'm sure, that individual saw our program and realized that, hey, Imam Rashid Karim and Mr. Premchand Baldev, they are heading in the direction that the people of Trinidad and Tobago are asking for. That is all we are saying. And what we are saying, my friends, if we are wrong, call the number 740-3347 and tell us what we can do differently. Because right now, people are calling for the head on a platter of Kamla Persad-Bissessar to relinquish her position and do not be, embarrassed as what was done at the Diwali Nagar site last week, where individuals were protesting against her. That is something that if I am a leader, I would try to avoid as much as possible. I would have dialogue with these people. Do not wait till it escalates, Prem. It escalated.
Imam, there's a saying, all right? To one who has been honored, dishonor is worse than death.
Exactly.
Humble yourself.
Yeah.
Go your way
That
with
is the
little
reason.
credibility that you have left with you.
Yeah.
Your little honor and glory. Go your way.
We are not saying in a negative tone of voice here that Kamla Persad-Bissessar, hey, you didn't do anything good. We are saying, yes, we acknowledge. And that is the bad thing about the United National Congress. When they throw you in a doghouse, they leave you there and they forget to give you water and they forget to give you food.
Yes.
That is the problem, because I remember clearly, distinctively clearly, when there was a grand meeting, right? There was a grand political rally at the Renzi complex, right? And that was the time when the Honorable Basil Pandey, again, he was in the helm of the United National Congress. And I remember Kamla Persad, I was sitting in the gathering there, and I remember Kamla Persad-Bissessar sitting in the back row, like a backbencher. And they were hurling a lot of allegations and accusations against her, and she remained steadfast and she remained quiet. And lo and behold, just about 1 year after, she became the leader of the United National Congress. Now, the point I'm making here is that sometimes we have to be able to swallow our pride and know when our expiry date is upon us.
Yes, correct.
We have to know that, Prem. People can't come and tell us, hey, you are expiring. You have to understand how you are feeling. You know for a fact that I have reached this age, right? I am not well. Right? People were scandalizing and saying that the United National Congress leader had
stroke and heart attack and whatnot.
And all
that
this.
is not true.
I am saying this. I walked the route with her on many, many occasions. I know she's a bit frail at this point in time. But again, my friends, the bottom line here is representation. can you represent the people? And if you can be vociferous, you are not vociferous enough. Because we can hear it in your voice. People are seeing it. Even the sorceress,
Yes.
right? She's seeing that. And many people are seeing that.
But Imam, what the sorceress is saying in the video, right?
Right.
And what we have been saying here in Sentinel Media Broadcasting is what the nation is saying silently.
No, some of them are coming
Why
out,
I use the word silently?
Yeah.
They are not coming out in any media house like this to say anything. But they are voicing their opinion in every street and nook and cranny and corner of Trinidad and Tobago. All right?
Any opportunity they get.
Let us have the other end of that video, please.
It ain't taking no maths to work that out. You ain't had to be no boss strategist or anything like that to figure that out. Nobody is going to trust a UNC-led coalition that has Kamala as its political leader.
Well said, and exactly the sentiments of at least 60% of the country. And now I'm going to tell you something, and I want people to be real here, and let us be a little more isometric in our discussion. You are free to call us 740-3347, and we know for a fact that there are many persons who are watching us. Right? As I said before, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, she did really exceptional when she was the Prime Minister of this country. She had done exceptional work. But you have to know when your shelf life has come to an end.
Imam, I remember a statement made by the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa when Mr. Pandey was Prime Minister of opposition leader of his country.
Right.
She said, when he was opposition leader, you lose once, you lose twice, you lose thrice, 4 times, the 5th time will be the same result.
Yeah.
So come on, ma'am. Come on, we don't have to tell you that. You know that. And your MPs also know that. And they also want a change in leadership.
And the thing about it now, we are here discussing this. And I tell you something, just as how you are discussing with a handful, there are others who are having similar discussions at an elevated status, knowing for a fact that their findings of the John public of Trinidad and Tobago, when it comes to the political foray, that people have been, and they realize that not only that woman from the source, there are many individuals who are stating clearly,
echoing the same sentiments.
they are stating clearly that if you remain as a political leader, we have been saying that all the time, but we don't want to, really and truly cause any ill feelings.
It is not no ill feelings in Sentinel Media. It is ground facts.
Hard
It is
facts.
hard facts.
Right.
All right. And I'll tell you this much, Imam. All right. You see some of these mayors and councillors who holding on to Kamala Prasad apron string.
Yeah.
They are trembling in their boots right now.
No, they're not trembling. Let me tell you something. They are playing the game. They are playing the game. Let me tell you something. Allegiance. Allegiance have been already sworn by many of those people. Right? Because I tell you something, politicians, they know exactly, which end of the fence to wait. They are on the line, and they are looking for just the balance to just tip a bit on the other side.
And they're gone.
And they will just jump because there's no solidarity, there's no morality, and politics have their morality of its own. We know for a fact. Right? So don't feel that these fellas have allegiance.
This is what I'm saying, there is no allegiance.
Allegiance is for your pocket.
Right.
That's the only thing. They have allegiance for their own pockets and to vie and compete with each other via Facebook.
You just
and
imagine,
social
man.
media.
Just imagine. The mayor of Chaguanas and some councillors in Chaguanas modeling all over TikTok for Diwali in the best of suits. Diwali suits and Diwali outfit and shalwar and this and that and kurta and whatnot. And the road condition at the cremation site worsening.
And people cannot walk. People was
the day before Diwali had funeral, the day after the Diwali had funeral. I can't say for Diwali day because I was not down here.
Today a prominent individual died today, and that funeral is going on by the riverside tomorrow, after tomorrow. And look at the weather condition. The inclemency of the weather clearly indicated to me that tomorrow is going to be like a pig pen. That road is going to be impassable because people have to hump, they have to jump like they're going in a party.
That is why I just tell you, there are mayors and councillors they are trembling in their boots should Ms. Prasad Bisesa relinquish office.
Yeah.
Because they are non-performers and they're clinging on to her.
And chances
like a little child with pampers holding on to mommy dress.
And chances are people like you and I who could represent this country at different level, at different foray. We would never get the opportunity. You know why? Because we are vocal. We are not the party liners. We are not the one who are going to toe the party line because the party says so and so, and the party says do this, party says jump, we must jump. No. If the party is right, we support the party.
That's it.
1,000%.
Yes.
And if the party is wrong, we let the party know, well, what you are doing is wrong. And that is the reason why we are in this condition. The PNM, when you look at the PNM, there are people who are hardliners in the PNM, and they know what the PNM is doing is wrong, but they would not say anything. You know why they wouldn't say anything? Because they are benefited from their silence. Anytime they open their mouth, their lifeline is going to be cut, and they are going to suffer. So it's better in that case with them to remain silent. But people like me and you, Prem, we are going to talk till we die.
Let me repeat the statement that I started the program with.
Yeah.
Just to endorse what you just said. Violence is the language of the inarticulate, and corruption is the alphabet of those who have no blasted morals.
Exactly, and we clearly seen that today in the political scenario of Trinidad and Tobago. They will stand up for things that is fake and false. But the truthful thing, the thing that has morality and spirituality that can elevate the status quo of individuals, you know something, once they are not benefiting, Prem, they're not supporting. That is the attitude of politicians in this country. If they are not benefiting, whether it be monetarily, whether it be maybe superficially, whether it be via the publicity aspect of it,
or recruiters,
and they don't benefit, and they feel that, you know, that is not enough for me. You know what they do? They separate themselves. But anytime they feel that, hey, this station making a headway, or hardfacts making a headway, they are going to knock on our doors to come in here and sit with us and discuss what is taking place. And we have opened the doorway of dialogue for all politicians, whether it be PNM, United National Congress, anybody. Now, I have seen my friend here, Philip Alexander, he quit politics. That clearly indicated that his heart was elsewhere.
Correct.
His heart was elsewhere. Why I don't quit politics? I was in politics from the inception and now, and I have been vocal, and I've been focusing on one party all the time. I've never deviated.
Well, as I just say, man, if there's nothing to gain, what the hell are you doing there?
And the thing about it, I don't gain anything, but I still working because I working for the people. That is what I call patriotism.
Yes.
And if you don't have patriotism in your life, you're going to find everything that is false, good, and everything good is false. My friends, those of you who are locked up, we're going to take a short break and we beg you. Now we reach our position here that we are begging you to express yourself. Because you are coming, you are meeting Prem, you are meeting us on the street, you are meeting us in different functions.
Thousands of text messages.
And you are sending text messages and we
to the
ask
station.
you, call us and tell us. You're talking about, like one guy was telling me, TNTech bill gone up 20% and nobody's doing anything. And you know, they're lamenting and lamenting. This
You know something, Imam? They should send 2 TNTech bill every month now for everybody.
No, well, here what happened. Remember last week one of my workers stay home to go and pay a TNTech bill?
You serious?
Yes, he stay home. He take a day
expect
off.
you to pay him?
Yes, he take a day off to go and pay a TNTech bill. And lo and behold, you know something? Yesterday they cut him off today. Today is another day. He taking another day off today
to go and pay back the bill.
Pay a bill. Plus now he had to pay reconnection fee. And you know something? That reconnection fee is close to 200 and something.
And he lose earnings here.
And the thing about it, Prem, they have no love for each other. We are begging them, we are asking them to come out and express their solidarity. Look, there is a solidarity march. There's a solidarity march on Sunday coming. Sunday the 19th of November.
Let me read that out, man.
Go ahead.
Concerned Muslims of Trinidad and Tobago. Gaza under siege. Okay? Palestine solidarity march and pray. My God.
Look at the
Join millions of Muslims worldwide to stop the genocide committed by Israel and supported 100% by the U.S. against the men, women, and babies in Gaza. Date, which is Sunday coming in 19th of November, 2023. Venue is Shogunas by the Center Point Mall car park. At the end of the march, you will be addressed by our distinguished speakers. Please walk with your flags and posters. Well done.
Right. Okay, so now when we look at the statistics, civilian casualties, we're looking at, you know something, I'll tell you this, Now, they are talking about 240 people who are held hostage. We are talking about mortality. We are talking about civilian dying, 10,300 and counting. Children dead, 4,100 and counting. Injured, 25,000 and counting. And over 1.4 million people displaced. And you know something? When that call is made, you know what people are saying? You know what people are saying? Prem, I'll tell you something. I have been on the bottom ground floor listening to conversation. Some people are saying, hey, we can't do nothing for them. Some people are saying, better you stay home and pray. Or you going to waste time there. My friends, those of you who are locked on, how do you know that the people who are going out there and rallying and showing support to that genocide that is taking place in the true sense of the word by letting Israel and letting know those persons, those individual countries who are supporting that? You know something? I remember this, and we talk about this in our program.
You know something, Imam? We must take the camera crew there on Sunday when we go, and let us see how much MPs, I didn't say government opposition, how much MPs will be in that match in support of Palestine.
They wouldn't come there. As the last speaker who spoke on the Queen's Park Savannah on the Vantry, he was talking about people are scared. People are scared because they are afraid that their American visa will be taken away, or other countries, Canada or whatever, their visas will be taken away. Hey, let me tell you something, people of the world, right? If you are standing up for something that is right, go all the way. You don't have to study visa. If you are doing it for the right reason, you are doing it for what? You are doing it for the right reason. You are trying to stop the homicide. You are trying to stop all these ills from taking place. We have to start protesting in our country.
You know something, ma'am? You just made a point. Some people are saying, you know, what would my presence serve there? What good? It's better stay home and pray. Well, stay home and pray, and the government goes sending electricity bill high up for you.
Yeah, you stay home and pray. That's what has been normally say. They shift the curtain while we pass and let the jackass and pray. That is how they operate. They understand. You see, people like everybody else to do things for them. Right? They must get it scot-free. They must get it free of charge. They don't have to walk, they don't have to placard, they don't have to do anything. And you know, the government must represent them. If the government of Trinidad and Tobago is doing something and it is affecting the citizens of this country, why should not the citizens of this country stand up using the protocol channel, which is the MP, members of parliament? Because ministers are not going to protest. And they're not going to come outside.
They'll be protesting against themselves.
So the MPs who are the opposition, we have been telling you all, you have approximately 25,000 people in your constituency.
Imam, I heard Victor Roberts last night calling on the opposition MPs to come out and meet your people.
They're not doing
Get out of the nest that you're sitting on and come out and meet your people. Because the election is due anytime. Internal for UNC and a general election.
Okay, so thank you, LC Moses, again. We have a lot of people who watch it. We want you all really and truly express yourself. We're going to read. If you don't want to call, write your text, and we're going to read your text, whether it is for us or against us. Because I remember, you know, John Wick. You know John Wick, the woman pretending to be man. Now, they tell us that why Imam Rashid can't fix the cremation site. Why should I fix the cremation site? Am I Dr. Kid Rowley? Am I Rohan Sinanan?
Are you running a borough here? Are you running a borough?
I am the mayor of Shogunas. Why should I do it?
Do you get a lump sum of money from the government to run Imam Rashid Karim Borough? So what crap that jackass talking?
So this is what is happening in our country, my friends. So those of you who are watching our show, it costs you nothing to text and express your feelings, your emotions when it comes to the governance of Trinidad and Tobago.
No, Imam, we alone must express our feeling. Use your sarcastic language and remarks here and pacify the situation for everybody else. Let me take a break.
Yes, take a break. When program 740-3347, WhatsApp or text message us. We're going to read it out to the public of Trinidad and Tobago. Let them know what is taking place in this country, in this once beautiful country, Trinidad and Tobago.
and welcome to Kakandi Drugs Pharmacy. We supply a wide range of medicine, supplements, over-the-counter medication, prescription medication, and medical equipment. Visit us today at Kakandi Road, Felicity, Chaguanas, or contact us at 345-6148.
So welcome back, friends, to our program Hard Facts, viewed on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. Imam, a lot of people, a lot of viewers are calling our phones. Viewers, we advise we cannot take calls once we are on air, and the number to call is 740-3347. Don't be scared about your voice being heard or recognized by anyone. That is all well and good. That is okay. All right? So, Imam, we're coming back to the Palestinian issue, okay? You know, in times gone by, all right, I have it here, the U.S. had accused Iran, right, for storing weapons of mass destruction. That was never, you know, how should I say it? There was no evidence of that.
Yeah.
But the media, okay, the national medias, the big media houses of the world, they propagate that story, okay? Now the same is being done by Israel against Palestine. They are saying that the Palestinian people are storing weapons of mass destruction. They are storing explosive devices and whatnot under a hospital, right? You know, under the foundation of this hospital. How could that be? That's a hospital, Imam.
Yeah.
Right? And where is the evidence? There is no evidence. Again, it is propaganda.
When you go across there and you drop some of those big bombs and you destroy the whole foundation of that, you can find evidence. What evidence can you find? My friends, those of you who are locked on, I'll tell you something, God not sleeping. Okay? God is not sleeping. Whoever is right in this matter and whoever is wrong is going to pay. Because there's a chapter in Quran, for every atom of good that you do, you are going to be rewarded. And for every atom of evil that you do, you're going to be punished. Bottom line, you can't fool God. Whether the whole world, I remember this in 1990, a certain individual went on the television and he said that if the whole world support you and it is wrong, right, you are wrong. And if the whole world support you and you are right, you are right. But then again, if a handful of people support you and the whole world say that you are wrong, but you are right, then you are right, my friend.
Yes, then you are right.
You have to be right.
Correct.
So you have to be very careful. Those of you who are locked on, the opportunity is knocking on your door for this Sunday, and I want people to share this video because on Sunday coming, there's a group of brothers and sisters of different faith as well. And for example, Premchand Baldev, he's a stunt Hindu, and he and his members are going to come out there.
About 50 of us,
and they're going to show solidarity. They're going to come around and they're going to walk and intermingle and have a chat and discussion are going to take place, you know, on our way forward, how Trinidad and Tobago government could respond, right? If you all stay home, right, there's approximately 125,000 Muslims in this country. And if 10% of that 125,000 people come out, that would be approximately 12,500. And that could clearly indicate to the government of Trinidad and Tobago that their voices, the people's voices, has to be heard and something has to be drawn, right? A line has to be drawn, taken advising and admonishing, because we are Trinidadians. Whether we are Hindus, whether we are Muslims, whether we are Christians, you as a citizen, we can tell you something. In America, I'll just tell you something, that is the reason why people from the American states, they are proud to be Americans, simply because, you know, if there's 5 Americans in a country, and that country there's a natural disaster, America is going to send a shuttle or a ship, or they're going to send a plane to get their people out.
Yes.
But in our country, we have to wait. We have to wait. There's people who are suffering around the world. There are people who are stranded. I remember COVID-19. There was one guy.
I was going to bring up that.
Yeah. People who were stranded in India, people who were stranded in different countries, they had to weather it out because no help was coming to them. And the embassies in the country, the Trinidad and Tobago embassy, was not equipped to handle that kind of outpouring or any assistance to be granted to the citizens of our country who were stranded in their country. right? And that is the point I'm making. When we have government who really and truly take things lightly, you understand, who dead and who live. You can't talk like that. You are a prime minister. An opposition leader can't go there and be silent and regurgitate the same thing over and over as though, you know, the people dotish or the people stupid.
You know something, Imam? I call a sent a note here just now. I'm not writing on here from the phone here. The reason why the United National Congress never hold a public march, right? In all these years, so much atrocities have been perpetrated against the people by criminal elements and by the government. It's because the leader can't walk. Look at there. I'm not writing. Look at on the phone here. That the leader is incapable of walking. So how could she lead a march?
No, but the problem is the leader of the opposition. She have deputy leader because you have three or four people who are claiming who are holding titles
of deputy leaders.
Leader.
Yeah.
The leader is not well.
But were they given permission?
No, that's the problem. That is our
Were
problem.
they given permission?
Our problem here today, Prem. And I tell you something.
It's a one-man show?
Yeah, it's a one-man show. This is my party. This is my party. If you feel you come in here to
dictate to me.
Dictate
Correct.
or to cause any any problem for me in this party, then you know what to do. Rock. So this is the opening remarks and the opening speech that some leaders they make. This party is not your party. This party is the party of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. This was founded by the sweat and the blood of many citizens. We were part of that. We might be looking young because we're not drinking and we're not smoking and we're not braving inclement weather. We might be looking different, but we were part of that march. We were part of it.
I was part of that. My father was part of that.
So don't get tired up and feel that, we looking young. We don't have any history. We have history. My friends, we have history. And we are telling you this party belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago because the people of Trinidad and Tobago put you there. This party doesn't belong to you. You should not be calling the shots and selecting who you want. That's the reason why we are in opposition.
Correct.
And that's the reason why we're going to remain in opposition.
That is what the Soros was saying.
Yes.
Right? This country, Imam, is fuming for a public march.
Yes.
People are begging. People are, you're fraughting. They want a public march. But the UNC, as you normally say, toothless dog.
When men like Imbert and these men could go across there and sit in their big paltry chairs, in their big throne. And you know what? They'll say, we raise the price of fuel. We raise it. And we will continue raising. But this year around, they're not going to raise it.
No election coming up.
Hey, let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago, we have to be intelligent.
The master will kill them with his budget.
Don't be fooled by a 3% and a 4%. They give you 4%. They raise your salary 4%. And they raise the electricity bill 40%. Who are fools in this country? Where is the economy? Where is the economy-minded people? Huh? Where are those economic, the voice, one normally talk about the devaluation of the dollar and they pay, the media hung them to get story. Why can't they speak now? You know what? When they get a small stipend from the government, they shut up, they stay quiet, they get a position, the prime minister call them or some permanent secretary call them, they remain shadowed, they stay quiet, my friends.
Imam, corruption is the alphabet of those who have no morals.
And we've seen
right?
that.
We've seen that.
We've seen that. Where's another issue?
Okay.
Because right now I got something
what I have here now, okay? The Commissioner of Police sent some officers who had accumulated leave, 700 something days and whatnot on vacation leave, right? And she's working within the powers vested in her. She has all rights to do that, okay? But I want to ask a question here, Imam. We have ministers in government for 8 years who never proceeded on leave. And the Prime Minister is not seeing it fit to send them on long leave, or leave for that matter. One being, where am I name? The one who put a ladder to pick flowers in the yard. Imbert,
yeah.
All right? What about Fitzgerald Hines? Total failures. Send them on leave permanently.
Prim, let me tell you something. You have sweet bread job. You have bread and butter job. You have
sweet bread work. Yeah.
Them fellas have sweet bread work.
No need to go on leave.
Them in Parliament, it's like a vacation for them because they know for a fact that when they go across, because when you look at the debaters in Parliament, there is little or none. When you look at the opposition debaters in Parliament,
they have no voice.
There is little or none. When you look at men like Surjata and Rambachan, hats off to these fellas. When you look at Tim Gopi Singh, and when you look at Fazal Karim, and when you look at them past patriots,
yeah boy, Real Bulldogs,
they were able to back in a corner and make sure that the PNM remain in their corner Today what we're looking for, we have one man, Saddam Hussein, he trying his little best there. But again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, hey, you cannot, let me tell you something, You cannot clear the forest and expect trees to grow immediately. You cut down all the viable trees, right? What is going to happen? A storm is going to blow out everything and destroy you. That is what we are seeing. We are seeing there are members of parliament. Hey, you correct me if I'm wrong, TNT, Trinidad and Tobago. There are members of parliament who have remained there for how many years? 4 years. And they have spoken in parliament 2 times.
Yes, 2 times. Yeah.
2 times they have spoken in parliament. And they never ever get an opportunity again. They just hold in a position there, waiting to pass 5 years. And chances are they're going to get another 5 years so that they could collect a hefty pension.
And qualify for parliamentary pension.
Yeah, they're going to wait for parliamentary pension because that is all they are concerned with, 20,000, 15,000, 10,000 and all the perks and benefits of parliamentary pension. That is what they are waiting for, and they have not been vociferous. Get rid of those MPs who are sitting in cabinet, who are sitting in parliament doing nothing. It is not late. Get rid of them.
Some of them to attend the leader bag, Imam, how you could say they are doing nothing?
So, Prim. My friends, those of you who are locked on, Stanford, you're right. Stanford Thomas, right? A brother from the east there. No, sorry, he's from the north. He's saying that party, the United National Congress, belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, right? So those of you who are locked on, those of you who are in San Fernando, those of you who are in Central Trinidad, those of you in any part of the country, it is about time you have a platform. Mount the platform. Mount this parliamentary platform and let John Public know how you feel. Stop staying quiet.
Imam, you know why all this talk about rumbling in the UNC is coming about? I feel you missed the point. In UNC internal elections to elect a leader or a new leader is around the corner.
Yeah.
All right? And people are beginning to voice their opinions. People are beginning to say what we have been saying in this program long time ago.
And
right?
let us, Director, let us see that video where people are calling on Rushton Parry. I saw a video.
That's
As a
the same
matter of
lady,
fact,
yes.
there are persons who are in support of Rushton Parry to function as a political leader. And that's why Kamla has not yet called an internal elections.
Okay, so what happened, after reaching a certain age, sometimes the eyesight is the first thing that dwindles away. Now we asked the director to pull it forward a little bit because we really wanted to read that.
The names, the list of the names.
We wanted to read that list of the names, but again...
Director, put it on, let me make a try.
Yeah, that is important because we want to find out here from that because it is alleged. Those things are alleged. We are not saying that is so. All we are doing is reading. We are reading
As a matter of
what
fact,
is on the public domain.
The leader has requested that the team also monitor the social media political platform, okay? All right. So the new team they have here is Mr. Rushton Parry, MP Dinesh Rambali, MP Rodney Charles, MP Anita Hayes, MP Michelle Benjamin, MP Vandana Mohit, MP Rudy Indasing, MP Rudal Munilal, MP Bodo Lakram Bodo, MP Dr. Rai Ragbir, Senator Jayanti Lachmidial, Senator Damian Lyda, Senator David Naked, and Senator Jolene John. In other words, Imam, these are the people that Mrs. Kamla Prasad Bisasa is fearful of.
No, she's not fearful of these people. I'll tell you something. Maybe these are the people who are seeking relevancy when it comes to political aspiration. Because in that list, I didn't see Anol Ram, I didn't see Ravi Ratiram, I didn't see Rodney Charles.
Rodney Charles' name is there, yes, right?
I didn't see Barry Padarat, that's 3. Now I think it's 14 there, Kamla Prasad Bisasa. That's 4. Only one person was missing from my list. Can you help me with that?
This list that they showed there.
No, that is 14. We have 19 MPs.
Yeah.
14 names.
The others are with the leader.
So we're talking about Barry Padarat. Oh, Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein, right?
Barry Padarat, Saddam Hussein, Anol Ram, Ravi Ratiram, and Kamla Prasad Bisasa.
Yeah,
those are the 5 names that has not been identified in that list. Now, again, my friends.
That's an overthrow.
What we are saying here, my friends, again, it is imperative, right? Now, United National Congress is a strong party still. The only way we're going to really and truly enter the realm of governance is that there has to be some sort of sanity when it comes to the unifying of the party. Now, the important aspect here is, right, we have 14 individuals, right? And in that 14 individuals, they are neither here, neither there, between me and you. Because I tell you something, some of them like frog, jumping over the wire, jumping over the wire. Jumping in, jumping out, jumping in, jumping out. I didn't see I didn't see Anna Roberts. I didn't see David Lee. I didn't see those guys' name. But my point of question here is, friends, those of you who are locked on, there is some sort of transition that is going to take place coming up very, very shortly. And it is up to you as individuals to make your mark, make your point clear, because we have stated emphatically clear, right? If you want a new political leader, you can't hide. I want to give kudos to Rudal Munilal, because he was brave enough. I want to give kudos to Christine Nevala Hussein. Why? Because they had seen it fit to throw their hats in the ring to identify. Because if they didn't do that, what would have happened is that there would have been no internal election.
But Imam, an internal election in the UNC is due.
Yeah.
Right? So nobody could hide.
Yeah.
Nobody could hide. Throw your hat in the ring and challenge it.
Exactly. And
that is democracy.
And the point that we have been making over and over and over and over, and we want you all to listen, 740-3347, call us. When you look at the selective committee, when you look at the selection committee of selections of MPs, right, who the block, the really and truly, the button lies on whom to really and truly endorse, say, well, yes or no, it is the political leader, whether you like it or not. And that's the reason why a lot of people, when it comes, I have been in screening and I've been all over the place. I've been seeing, and I've been looking at children biting their nails in school. And when it comes to selection, I see MPs,
big MPs,
MPs biting their nails. And you know something, I tell you something, hey, I have been seeing a lot of strange activities taking place when it comes to the politics of Trinidad and Tobago. My friends, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to dive a little deeper in what is taking place with our party, the United National Congress. And nobody can say that this is my party or this is your party, because I tell you something, when it comes to workaholic, nobody has given time like yours truly and Premchand Baldev when it comes to being attractive, making the United National Congress attractive for the population. We have worked the floor, we have marched the ground, and we know exactly who is who and what is what.
For free.
For free.
So welcome back, friends. Welcome back to our program Hard Facts on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. And in this program, by now you would have known and heard that we deal with relevant issues. We don't put water in our mouth. We don't suck Durus Mango and speak at the same time.
No.
It is coming to you live and direct. Whether you like it or not, you feel free to call us and agree or disagree or support what we are saying, okay?
Correct.
So, Imam, we heard the Commissioner of Police, Mrs. Erla Christopher, some time ago, extending sentiments like this, that for the Christmas season, Diwali has come and gone, and the Christmas season is coming up, and followed by Carnival, all right?
Yeah.
And history has shown that this period of time, so to speak, right, is a high risk kind of time for criminal activities and whatnot. So the commissioner said that joint army and police patrol would be enforced, all right? But correct me if I'm wrong, Imam, I am not seeing that happening, right? I am not seeing no joint army and police patrol. I'm not seeing the police patrol at this present time.
No, what normally happens, right? I'll tell you this, and media people would know this. Sometimes all they need to do is just put out a news flash stating something will happen, and people,
that's about
and
it.
People in the people's mind, people accept it, and people say yes, the government is doing this, the government is doing that, and lo and behold, it is just a news flash.
Because from what I know, Imam, Sunday coming at the Ramsan Street, right? We know, for those of you who are fearful of coming there, don't be fearful. Our police service will be there to protect us and to maintain law and order, as they were present around the Queen's Park Savannah when we went there, Imam. We know, and our police was very cooperative, very friendly and whatnot. So have no fear. They will be out on Sunday.
I'll tell you something. We have nothing to fear, because I'll tell you something. We are not going to create any havoc. We are just simple people in this country, Trinidad and Tobago. There are people who might be for Israel. There might be people who are against Israel. But when you look at what is taking place, any serious-minded, God-fearing, God-conscious individual would know for a fact that, here what? Okay, the Hamas, let me just say Hamas. Hamas they attack. People are saying Hamas attack first. But when you look at the realistic, you look at the history of it, you're going to realize this thing didn't start yesterday.
It started in 1946.
Yes, and before that, right? And I'll tell you something, we have been seeing encroachment taking place. And people are seeing this, and people are choosing to remain quiet simply because some of them are benefiting, right? Some of them are benefiting, Prem. People are benefiting from the wars. Because when you look at a war, if people are dealing with weaponry, they are making artilleries, they are making bombs, they are making shells, they are making AK-47s and weapons and rockets and all these things. They are making that
big business,
in mass quantities, right? They are making that. There must be a war. And if they don't have a war, they're going to create a war.
That's it.
And that is what we are seeing. We are reeling in from that. The conspiracy theory is you cannot sell snow cone where the Eskimo is. You are to sell snow cone in the desert. You are to sell snow cone where people need snow cone. And you can't have weapon. You can have millions and billions and trillions of dollars in weapon and nobody to use it upon. And they are going to use it upon the human race. As I would always say, my friends, you have to practice what you preach, number one. And you have to believe in the oneness of the Supreme Being. You have to show your solidarity to the oneness of the Supreme and put your yaqeen and your trust in God Almighty, and help will come.
Imam, you know something? People are viewing this march as a Muslim thing.
Yeah.
Right? But when we went to the Queen's Park Savannah, there were not only Muslims there.
No.
There were Indians, there were Rasta, there were Chinese, there were people from Pakistan. I wanted to interview a guy from Pakistan, and he said to me, no, I'm an international figure. I would not like to be interviewed and that sort of thing, right? Yeah. And there were Hindus, right? There were Muslims there, there were Christians, there were Baha'i, there were the Rastafarian cult people. So many people are out in their numbers supporting it. So it is not a Muslim thing. It is a solidarity thing.
And not that alone. When people can stand up, people can voice their opinion on what is taking place in the relevant issues that is taking place in our own country. Why it is that our government have not made a statement?
As yet.
We have approximately 125,000 Muslims, and I've been saying this over and over. There are organizations, there are Islamic organizations in Trinidad and Tobago, and they are remaining silent simply because they are fearful. They are fearful that maybe they will encroach on the rights, maybe the different opinion of the government, and maybe they will go in the black book of the government. That is what they are thinking about. And look at it in the long and short of it, the Islamic community in our country, Trinidad and Tobago, as well as the Hindu community, you're going to realize when you look at the amount of benefits that is derived when it comes to maybe stipends and maybe funding for the different relevant religious festivities and so forth, the Islamic community gets none, Prim. We get nothing. They give you $1 million.
So then why remain silent?
I don't know. That's the problem.
But Imam, let me tell you something. You might tend to disagree with me. I expected to see more. Let me just say this way. To see more Muslims out there.
Exactly.
So many mosques that we have in Trinidad. How much we have?
We have approximately 130 mosques.
That is plenty, Imam.
130 mosques, right? I'll tell you something. No, the problem is, Prem, I'll tell you something. There are people in this country who are in love with the worldly life, so much so that they are not willing to jeopardize anything. They prefer to stay indoors. And when times to get the booty, when times to get the kudus and the praise, they will go in front. They will go in front to receive the medal. And they have not done anything when it comes to practicing the deen or demonstrating what Islam is. Let me just say, if we are seeing something, right? Somebody is saying something ill about Islam, right? And you have the knowledge to correct that, and you remain silent, what is going to happen? That individual is going to continuously believe that because nobody is showing him that. The fastest growing religion in the world is Islam. That is not me speaking. That is not me speaking. The last religion that came into existence in this world is Islam. And not the Islam that we talk about Islam. Islam is the first and the last. Because when you look at the Hindu faith, when you look at the Christian faith, everybody are practicing Islam. Because Islam really and truly means peace and submission to the will and the oneness of God.
I agree with you.
So we leave it at that.
We leave it at
but
that.
we're saying here now, the Islam that people thinking Islam is Muhammad, Islam is Khan, Islam is Ali. That is not Islam.
So you want to tell me, Imam, right? The Islamic committee is preparing to have a march at Queen's Park Savannah and Sunday coming at Mid-Center Mall. And the Islamic body, the body that governs Islam in this country, did not sit together and have a meeting and say, hey, we want every mosque to bring out their people.
Prem, let me tell you something. Prem, I'm going to share some light.
And what is the response of the leaders of these mosques?
I want to respond and I want to share some. Let me take a sip of this coffee.
I want to finish.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When you look at the Hindu faith, you look at the Christian faith, you look at the Islamic faith, you look at all the faiths. There are certain elements in the different faith, they believe that here what? We are the king. We are the head honchos. They don't want to listen to no secondary people. You have to listen to we and final. That's it. You would realize that when it comes to the grander board, those people who have schools, right? They benefit from the government stipend. And if they go in there and they encroach on the rights of the government or say things against the government, they are going to land in the black book of the government. And the government is going to withhold, or the government is going to get $1 million.
That is what they anticipate.
And that is what they fail to realize, that if you stand up for what is truth, you stand up for the right thing,
you'll be
the
respected.
government is going to respect you.
That's it.
And maybe,
let me shake your hand for that.
I tell you something, maybe Dr. Keith Rowley is looking for leaders like that, to come and direct him and tell him, well, hey, Dr. Keith Rowley, what you are doing, you need to make a statement. Right? And you could make a broad statement, make an open statement, and afterwards you could narrow it down. And when you look at the facts that you have, you send people to get facts. Do a fact-finding mission and find out really and truly who is the culprits here. Because you are talking about 240 hostage. That is what they are talking about in Israel. And you are talking about 4,100 children being slaughtered. 10,500 men, women, and children have been slain. You're talking about 25,000 people who are in hospitals, who are in sheltered areas, and they are being bombarded and they are being blown up to smithereens. And we are talking about 1.4 million people displaced, and nobody is saying anything in this country. Huh? Nobody. That like, you know something, Prem? A man come with a AK-47 and you do it with a penknife. That is the war. You call that a war? You call that a battle?
But Imam, all the roads in Trinidad Barra, nobody is protesting.
Nobody protesting.
So the government have a right. Think nice when you don't protest, everything good,
Everything good, everything good. So my friends, those of you who are locked up, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, send some text message to us, my friends. Tell us what is going on in your neck of the woods, right? We are having a solidarity walk. We are having this program. We are joining with them. We are joining with anybody, as a matter of fact. Anybody standing up against atrocities, anybody standing up against victimization, whether it be whatever faith, whatever what color, creed, race, whatever, we are going to stand up. Once you are standing up for truth and justice, we're going to be there with you all. So again, my friends, this Sunday coming at the Ramsaran Street, Center Point Mall, car park. You all are invited. Come out in your large numbers.
Just 2 hours.
Come out in your large numbers and show your solidarity. Do a placard stating your facts, asking questions why this must be. Why it is, hey, you tell me.
Imam,
hundreds of trucks, right? People are begging for a little bit of food, right? Hundreds of trucks outside there with food and
Are
water.
being blown up by Israeli forces.
And they are destroying it.
Yes.
Why? Why that is so? You tell me, people of Trinidad and Tobago, you need to stand up. Stand up for what is true.
Which
or you're
God
gonna
are we
fall for
serving?
everything
Which God
that
are we
is
serving
false.
if that doesn't affect us?
Okay, so we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to conclude and close up our program today. We thank you all very much for viewing. We thank you all for being part of our program. We thank you all for your strength that you have given us, that we are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, bringing you live coverage on our program, Hard Facts. We want the world to know what is going on. We are not encroaching on other people. We are telling you the truth. If atrocity like that is being perpetrated and we remain silent, my friends, evil is going to proceed.
Imam, before you go on that break, there's a brother from Jamaica who usually text message. I can't get his name right now. He sent a text here. He said it's only Sentinel Media Broadcasting that is really highlighting the plight in Palestine, in Trinidad, from Trinidad, sorry.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Yeah, that's the guy there.
Yeah.
I think his name is Jacob.
Right.
Jesse Jacob.
Jesse, that's the man.
Jesse Jacob.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, my friend, those of you who are locked on, whether you are in Canada, whether you're in America, whether you're in different parts of the world, I'm sure that you have seen us, whether you're in Pakistan, whether you're in Libya, whether you're in Iraq, whether you're in Iran, whether you're in South Florida, whether you're in America. My friends, WhatsApp, text us, and let us know how you feel about this war that is taking, not this war, this genocide that is taking place presently. And where is Greenpeace? Where is this world organization? Fazil, Director, we have a short clip. When you come back in, I want you to show that clip. Let's take a break.
Hello and welcome to Kakandi Drugs Pharmacy. We supply a wide range of medicine, supplements, over-the-counter medication, prescription medication, and medical equipment. Visit us today at Kakandi Road, Felicity, Chaguanas, or contact us at 345-6148. Call Ceiling Experts today. Quality materials, free estimates, affordable prices, professional installation, reliable and efficient service with over 20 years experience. We can build any design given to us. Quality over quantity. Lowest prices in Trinidad, so book us today.
So welcome back, friends, to our program Hard Facts, viewed on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. With me in studio is our CEO, Imam Rashid Karim, Minister of Religion. Very, very vocal, very strong-minded individual, very, very people-centered, shall I say, and a loving member of the society. whenever there are functions here and, you know, the Imam is invited, he's always called upon to give a lecture, to give a little speech, okay, to give a blessing maybe. And even in the Hindu community, Imam, all right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, my hats off to you. My pranam karta hu. My aapko bar namaskar. You want me to explain that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It means that salutations unto
Hi,
you.
hi, yeah.
Right,
Sal-
okay?
salutation.
Yeah. So, my friends, much has been said about our people in Palestine, all right? Sunday come in, the march is on at Mid-Center Mall car park, beginning at 2 p.m. It is just a two hours march. Come, bring the family, just enjoy the atmosphere and listen to what the speakers have to say. All right? Now, Imam, it is taking place in Shogunas West constituency. Do you think we will see the mayor of Shogunas there? Do you think we will see all the councillors there?
I'll tell
Do
you
you think we will see the MP there?
The protocol is that maybe before they come out in platforms like that, they maybe have to write the political leader and expressing their desire to go there. And maybe if that is granted, maybe you'll see them there. And that's basically because I know for a fact that when you are in politics and you are a hardline person and you are very instrumental, maybe you hold an integral position, you need to debate, you need to consult your political leader and the party secretariat before you do anything. So maybe he has to consult with the party secretariat, and that would have been maybe his response. But again, my friend, Pim, I want to tell you something. I need you to bring up this. You know, I heard recently that the German embassy.
Yes, we have a clip. We have a clip in support of that.
Breaking news, a German diplomat was robbed in Kurape by 4 Afro men. And the Afro community is destroying Trinidad and Tobago with crime.
No, Imam, the German diplomat was robbed of her personal belongings, cash and whatnot, right? In Kurape.
Yeah.
And the ad said by 4 African persons, right? Forget what race it is. She has been robbed. Right? Now, she is going to report this to the German embassy.
It is already reported.
Already reported. Yeah. The German embassy is going to report to the German government in Germany. And the government in Germany is going to issue something called a travel advisory, advising all German nationals, right, that Trinidad and Tobago is not a safe place to travel. If you travel there and you get robbed, you have been warned. Again, right? What is our government doing about this? It is said that you know that unemployment is a nucleus for crime. But the Minister of Finance in his budget presentation boasted that at present we have the lowest unemployment rate in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, still crime begin to rise at a rapid rate.
When you look at the statistics of these fellas,
how much life you going to believe?
When they're going to produce, if they say bull full, you see if you can get a taxi in a frame. If they say stand up, you run in a. Like I remember they say no property tax, and if you didn't hear, maybe you're closing the fridge. And you didn't hear no property tax, we're not closing petrol train. They say all those things and boom, they come and they do the same thing. And my friends, again, I tell you something, when it comes to crime, this government is not willing to solve crime. I tell you something. They're not willing to solve crime. There are many strategies, there are many strategic plans that could be implemented immediately, like tomorrow, that could resolve and could solve crime. But you know what they're doing? They are managing crime. They are not solving crime. They are managing the crime. Like if they feel the crime, this year it could be 550 something murders. Right, good. That's good enough for them. We manage it. It could be 1,000.
We less than last year.
Be less than, yeah. If it fall one life short from last year, that is a plus.
There's a good management.
That is a good man.
Yes.
We manage crime in our country. And you know something? These ministers and all these fellas, they don't come outside. They live in a cocoon. They live in a cocoon, my friends. They have their own festivity. They have their own ballroom. They have their own place where they initiate their functions and so forth. And they have their own institution that is governed by them and themselves. Right? They don't come outside and meet John public. And if they do come outside and meet John public, they're coming out with an entourage of security officers and police. And when they finish, they're not even going to eat there. They're going to eat, or they're going to have refreshment in some safe house or some secret
But you know something, Imam? Unlike Dr. Irfan, the president of Ghana. Dr. Irfan, you saw there's a video with him for Diwali.
Dr. Irfan and George Chambers, they have something in common. George Chambers, I used to sell in the Shoguna's market. And George Chambers, right? George Chambers smoking a cigarette. And he shopping in Shoguna's market.
With the basket.
With the basket.
And the wife.
And he holding.
No security.
No security. Those were people, those were prime ministers. Today, you know what? We competed with one another. Who have the biggest security? Who have the biggest money? Who have the biggest bank account? Who have the biggest this, biggest that, biggest the next? And let me tell you something, my friends. All are we going to leave every single thing here in this world, and we're going to be cremated, we're going to be buried, and we're going to have to stand before God Almighty. So wake up, smell the coffee, Trinidad and Tobago. It is about time that you try to manage the sufferation of the poor people in our country, right? Try to manage the situation, not only to manage crime, manage the economy in such a manner that it is going to trickle down to the poor and the needy and the wayfarers and the widows and the orphans in our society. Try to understand that not only for you, yourself and your family, not only for you, yourself and your family, there are other people living in Trinidad and Tobago. Make decision that is going to benefit the country and not yourself. Prim? We have to do that. We have to understand. We have to fight them. I see you getting like your eye watering. I see like you want to cry, Prim. Prim, I don't want to be. Prim is a very soft-hearted person, right? And I tell you something. Things like this has affect him, knowing that people are suffering. Prim is the first one go take out that $20. Prim is the first man go take out that $20 in your eyes. Some of you might feel that is no money. But for me and Prim, $20,
it could buy a meal for somebody.
Yes,
yeah.
And this is how we count it. So we are asking you, John Public, outside there, you need to stand up and show solidarity to your MPs. The MPs that is working, we need to show solidarity to them. Right? People are saying many things, and I don't want to say it on the program, but I will say that another time. People are saying things when it comes to MPs. But again, my friend, those of you who are locked on, you have a live program here. If you have something to say about your MP, you want to rate up your MP, you want to debase your MP, or you want to tell the MP something, feel free to call us in this program. This program have no red tape, no blue tape, no caution tape. Right? We ask you, once it is the truth, we're going to air it on our program, Hard Facts. All right, so again, Prim.
Yeah. So just to recap, 1 minute to recap. There is rumbling in the United National Congress. The internal elections is due anytime now, and according to the Constitution of the United National Congress, the leader has to put a date.
Yeah.
All right? Whatever is the outcome, Mom, is left to be seen.
Yeah.
All right? Secondly, the beautiful, lovely German diplomat was robbed of her belongings in Europe, and that is a big shame on the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Our citizens need to have more respect for people. Okay? Violence is the language of the inarticulate, and corruption is the alphabet of those who have no blasted morals.
Yes.
I put in the word blasted there. Then we have we did not show this video, but there's a young girl. Her name is Adela Henry from Valencia, who went missing. We pray and we hope and we ask that Adela, if you are safe, baby, return home. If someone is holding her captive, let the emotions of love and simplicity and humanity be invoked in your heart and release that little child, okay? While Rose's condition remained poor and dilapidated, the mayor and council of Shogunas Borough Corporation are modeling in their nice Indian outfits for the Diwali period gone. Nothing has been done. And they are successful in their modeling, you know.
Yeah.
Very, very successful, all right? Israel has accused Palestine for storing weapons of mass destruction and explosive devices under a hospital. Where the elevator.
Where is the proof?
Where is the proof also? That's it. All right? Unemployment breeds crime. Minister of Finance boasted in his budget presentation that unemployment is at its lowest. Is it true? Diwali come, Diwali gone. The situation in the country remains the same, Imam.
Same.
All right? And Sunday coming, we have this nice, beautiful march. Sunday coming, we are asking and we are calling on everybody, not only the members of the Muslim community, to come out and show some measure of support. You don't have to say anything. If you come there, you don't have no placards, placards will be given unto you.
Yeah.
All right? So, Imam?
Okay, so again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, Director just showed that last, the flyer there. The flyer there for the invitation for the rally. That's the Gaza on the seas, concerned Muslims of Trinidad and Tobago and concerned citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I just had an extension. Concerned citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are joining with you all on Sunday coming. That's Sunday, November 19th, 2023, time 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Assembly at the Center Point Mall car park, right? And they're going to be short talks. They're going to be addressed by distinguished speakers. Again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, please share this video. Please let other people know. And this is not a Muslim thing, as Prem would have mentioned to you all. This is a humanity. It is a thing that really and truly is affecting the aura of humanity. Because when you are seeing a country that has been taken over, right? Taken over in the eyes of John public, I would say, in front of the United Nations. You have that thing, Prem, Director? The one with the, pump it up there for me, please.
Shame on United Nation. Shame on European Union. Shame on international law. Shame on WHO. Shame on UNICEF. Big shame on the International Human Rights Commission. You call yourself the Human Rights Commission? You are not even capable of protecting animal rights. This is not an international organization. This is all international circus. And all the members are international jokers. Biden and Netanyahu are the ringmasters. We don't want to see your shows anymore. Stop wasting our money. You and your organization are absolutely good for nothing. We stand with Palestine, and we will stand forever. We will pray, we will protest, and fight till Palestine is free. Please share and repost this video, and keep sending...
Friends, those of you who are really and truly not free, make some time for this Sunday and come down to the Center Point Mall car park, where you can gather and show your solidarity for the atrocities that is being perpetrated upon the innocent lives. I'm talking about the children, the widows, the orphans, and those persons who are being executed genocide style. And my friends, again, we ask you to come out and join with concerned citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. May God Almighty bless each and every one of you all, those of you who have participated in our program here today. Zora Khan, Devi, Stanford.
Sister Cameron Ali.
Sister Cameron Ali, yes, she's from abroad. Sumintra, Esther Karim, and so many persons who have really and truly been divine to us by, you know, sharing our videos and giving us words of inspiration and support. We ask you all to continue and let this video go viral, in other words, so others can benefit. And as I said before, we are not here in this program, Hard Facts, to really and truly, you know, bring sort of any shame or disgrace to anyone. All we are trying to do is highlight the atrocities and the ills that is perpetrated by individuals in our society that is affecting John public. Okay?
Now, Imam, before you close, I just want to say that a friend of mine accompanied me to the hardware here downstairs, and he was interested in 26 gauge galvanized. All right? And I was shocked when I heard the price from Imam. Imam, what is the price again?
Okay, the 28 gauge galvanized is $15.75 per foot, and the 26 gauge unpainted corrugated new wave is $17.75 per foot. And I'll tell you something, the prices that we are selling at Island Express General Hardware is really and truly not too much for the profit and the money making of it, but we are here to assist Trinidad and Tobago, because I know for a fact, Prem know for a fact, that the country is reeling, because there are many persons who are buying flash band. The galvanized really need changing, but all they can afford is flash band, and that is what they are using. For those persons who need, as I said, best pricing on all your building materials, come down to Island Express General Hardware, located Rashid Avenue, Kakandi Road, Felicity. I'll just tell you all something. We have 100 feet hose, Prem, that just came in, right? I have nearly maybe 1,500 hose came in, and those prices that we are selling, 100 feet hose, 5-ply hose for $150. So take advantage of our grand sale. As we close our program here, we take this opportunity to thank you all, and don't forget Sunday, that solidarity march. May God Almighty bless you all and keep you all safe. Until Saturday, myself and Prem, we wish you all the best.